Anyway, Tata, I'm really happy to be here because I think when you told me that Nandini and Preetha were going to be here as well, I thought it would be very interesting because I don't know Muncha or Madhikar will go, but I think getting women's perspectives is very important, especially in cinema. So I think that was one of the reasons I agreed to be here. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to, go with you for the first question. Ramya, you are perhaps the only Kannada star and actress to have such a strong market. And you continue to remain at the top, even after 20 years. People look forward to your films, okay? How do you think that has happened? And what do you say about this phenomenon? That, no other actress has been able to achieve this in Kannada film industry at the level at which you achieved it.
I think it's the people who really have made me who I am today. I don't think if people didn't like me, I don't think I would be where I am today, right? I don't know if it is the choice of films, the characters I played, or if it's my personality or my mindset that people like about me, but I think I am who I am today because of the people of Karnataka. They have really given me this position. I think whether it was elections or the fact that I've not been on screen for more than a decade, I still get that kind of love and affection from them, and I'm amazed myself, and I must say I'm filled with gratitude, and I'm very happy, and I think they make me want to be back on screen.
Yes. Do you guys want to see her back on screen?
Because, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Nandini, I'm going to come to you because you've worked with Sam. You've done some feel-good films, and all from a woman's perspective. There are very few women film directors, right? And you've been successful at that as well. Do you think that a woman's perspective, especially in writing and direction, is very important in Indian cinema as it is, worldwide? And what are the challenges you faced when you came into the industry?
I think the biggest challenge I faced at that time was, at that time they felt women directors didn't have a commercial sensibility. Like you can't crack a joke, which majority of the audience till date is male, so that you would crack a joke that they would find funny. So everybody would come up to me and ask me if I'm doing a women's subject. So till date I don't know what a woman's subject is. I mean, what are you talking? Arth is one of the most beautiful films made by a man. Shekhar Kamala sir has made some of the most beautiful women-centric stories Vishwanath sir has made. So I think there are sensitive stories, the different kinds of stories, and what your personality lends to is what you should make. If I was somebody who would only want to make action films, I should make it, and my gender shouldn't, be kind of marked that this is what you should do. And by default, as a woman and as a human being, whatever experiences I've had will kind of flow into that film, and you will see what my thoughts are, my sense of things are in that storytelling, and that's by default. But yes, I think you need space for all kinds of voices in storytelling. Otherwise, we're just in this monotonous drudgery that happens. So we need all kinds of voices. So more importantly than anything, I think we need women's voices, yes, but we need women filmmakers, technicians, and actors to have commercial success. That's what I think is absolutely imperative for you to have that power to be able to do more.
I think that's a very good point that you made. Coming to Preetha, being a cinematographer, okay, on set it's full of men, except maybe the actress, the heroine, the stars, Otherwise, everybody, right from the spot boy to the director, to the choreographers, they're all men. When you came, before you made a big name for yourself, was that a struggle? Were you accepted easily on sets?
When I came, really, I might have been the only woman. When I was an assistant, even when I was in film school, I was the only girl in class. Things have changed. There are people, of course, there are assistant directors and choreographers, and there are more women on set now than there were 20 years ago. But this Struggle, I would say, I was easily accepted. I'm not going to say that was a struggle. Being an assistant, being on set, there was no struggle there because I think when it comes to technicians, there's a lot more respect. Because once they know you know what you're doing, there's an automatic respect that sets in among the lightmen and the other people who work on set. But breaking in, yes, it is difficult. I think it's a difficult profession as it is. I think my male counterparts, if they spent, say, 5 years to break in, it must have taken me longer.
But interestingly, which is a known fact and which people always add to your name, is that you're PC Sriram's niece, right? Does it take a man to validate your work? I mean,
Of course not. I mean, he's a legend, so being his niece has, I mean, the tag is attached. But personally, it was literally reverse nepotism in our equation because I have made it on my own. There were no favors. Nothing was handed out.
Yeah, actually, I noticed Preetha's work because of her work. I came to know she's PC's niece much later.
And usually, even only after a schedule, somebody will come up and say, "You PC's niece." I'll say yes. I never used his name. And I've done 19 feature films. So this is my story. It's not connected to him.
and I think that's great that you made it all on your own. But Ramya, as a star, the heroine, most times, you find when you sign on a film, you're just a prop or, what did you think about that? And I'm sure over the years in your career, there was a graph, right? When you finally started helming films, like you were the star, you were the hero of the film, right? What was that graph like, and what did you think of being just a prop and then moving on to finally, being able to say, hey, this is my market and my film will do business, just like XYZ heroes?
The first film that I did, Abhi, I wasn't told the script at all. So I went on set and the director would be like, okay, illinda ali odi anta. I don't know why I'm running, to who I'm running, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. ನನ್ನ script ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ because I think he was such a big director and it was such a big film. I don't think I mattered to them that I needed to know the script. So I feel like for my first film I actually need a medal. Because I don't know how I emoted and how I did what I did. And then I was very adamant that ಎರಡನೇ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗೆ ನನ್ನ script ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Then I was doing Excuse Me at that time, and then I think Prem Auru, he was the director of Excuse Me, and he came and told me the film up to the interval. And then after that he said, I've not written it, but I will write it. But I would usually set me Bari Abhyasa ante. So, but I was like, this is a progress because first film I had no script. At least second cinema age nange at least interval vargu nange kate gottide ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. So that's how. And then I came to a stage where directors started writing scripts keeping me in mind, which I'm very happy about. But the thing is, when I when I went into politics and I decided that okay, now maybe I want to do a film again, I heard a lot of scripts and there wasn't anyone really writing for women except the script that Preetha and Vrinda came to me with, which is a sports related film. Everybody else had gone back to doing the same thing and I'm like, idana nanu 20 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಂಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, just being a prop in the film and there's some comedy scenes and then you go, there's a song sequence and you come and I'm like, this is not what I want to do anymore. Which is why I've taken so long to even decide what I want to do. The other film that I got was Uttarakhanda, which the film was really, really nice, but they had like a sequel, so I wasn't sure I was going to be able to give that kind of time. But I still feel like, if you look at Malayalam, right, which I'm in love with Malayalam films, the way they write roles for them, I'm just amazed. And I don't know why we're not writing such roles for women in Kannada. I think now people have so much exposure to Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, English, and so many films on Mubi and on OTT. And you see there's so much of the female perspective that's being brought into films. I don't see why Kannada is still lagging in that aspect. I'm just a little disappointed with that. And I think that we have enough writers, we have enough stories to tell, but I don't think they see the market for a female-led film yet. We're still.
But your last film did really well, the one which you
which was it? I think it was Sanju and Geeta was not my last film. It was Aryan and I think Nagra Haru.
Which you produced.
I produced, yeah. Okay, yeah. Swati Mutuna Madhani,
Yes.
yeah. But the film didn't do well commercially.
But it was a beautiful film.
Yes, and it won all the awards, so I'm very proud of the film. But I don't think the masses are ready for that kind of films, you know, which I think must change, which is what I'm hoping for.
But you know, we see a lot of heroes do these action films. Where is the female action, you know, superstar in India? We don't see that yet. I think all of y'all can.
Been there, done that. They've done that. We've done that more than 25 years ago.
But in today's world, we don't see
But I
that.
don't see why, you know, being a woman and if you want to play strong roles, it means you have to play like a man's role. I don't understand that. It doesn't mean that a woman has to become a police officer or start hitting people to show that we're strong. We can show how strong we are with emotions and with our dynamics with the people around us. That is, you know, shows strength, right? Like how you overcome situations, your resilience. I think women are very resilient. That itself shows that women are strong. I don't see why we have to get categorized as, oh, okay, ಇವಾಗ heroine centric film ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ police officer role ಆ ಥರ. I don't see sense in that.
All the action that men do on screen is not real.
Yeah, that's also, you know.
More so now than ever.